T&T5 page 78, question 10, part 2. Calculate the standard deviation of each of the two roots. To do that, we need to use this formula. So the formula is the square root of the sum of the difference of each variable from the mean all over the number of numbers. So just to explain this, x with the hat on it denotes the mean or the average. So we find the deviation or the difference of each variable, which is x, from the mean. We need to get the sum of these. We need to divide them by n, which is the number of numbers, and find the square root of the whole lot of it. So for root 1, we found that the mean was 14. So this is how we put it together. Each of the roots minus the mean squared. So 15 minus 14 squared, 15 minus 14 squared, 11 minus 14 squared, plus 17 minus 14 squared, plus 14 minus 14 squared, plus 12 minus 14 squared, all over 6, and the square root of the whole lot of it. Simplifying it down, we get 1 squared plus 1 squared plus minus 3 squared plus 3 squared plus 0 squared plus minus 2 squared. Simplifying that down again, we get the square root of 24 over 6, which gives us the square root of 4. So the standard deviation for the first root is 2. Moving on to root 2, we follow the same process. So the square root of the difference between each of the roots from the mean squared all over the number of roots. So we have 11 minus 14 squared, 14 minus 14 squared, 17 minus 14 squared, 15 minus 14 squared, 16 minus 14 squared, and 11 minus 14 squared, all over 6. Simplifying it down, we get the square root of minus 3 squared plus 0 squared plus 3 squared plus 1 squared plus 2 squared plus minus 3 squared all over 6. Then we have the square root of 9 plus 0 plus 9 plus 1 plus 4 plus 9 over 6. Gives us the square root of 32 over 6. So the standard deviation for root 2 is 2.3.